This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
He said this as we were coming on TV.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Monday, March 11th. We're live and we're talking about what you're talking about. Right now I'm here with Stephanie and Brandon. Erica has the night off. Let's get started, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez are engaged, in case you didn't know. The singer and former baseball player announced the happy news on Saturday. Check out this ring. It's estimated to be 15 carats. Wow. There it is right there.
Wow.
The two were on vacation when A-Rod popped the question, and A-Rod also shared this sweet surprise he had for J-Lo on Instagram, spelling out "I love you" in rose petals on the bed. Aww. But not everyone is happy for the newly engaged couple. Former baseball player Jose Canseco thinks J-Lo is in for a rude awakening. Canseco tweeted, "Little does she know that he is cheating on her with my ex-wife Jessica. Poor girl. She had no idea who he really is." And in another tweet, Canseco says he's willing to take a polygraph test to prove he's right. He also sent out some other tweets that said he wanted to fight A-Rod in an MMA style fight.
Yeah.
And he also sent out another, I think we have a screen grab of it. This was from last month in February. He says, "You want to go on a Bigfoot and alien excursion with me? Contact this and you could go out." So he doesn't seem like he's really hinged right now. It seems like he's looking for that moment to get back into the spotlight, for whatever reason.
I just think this is really bad form to go after someone when they've just got engaged. Like, you don't do that. That's really shame on you.
It's Jose Canseco, though. He's the definition of shame on you. He's that guy who snitched on all the players who were taking steroids in baseball because he got caught. He's wrote books about it. He's that guy in the locker room that you got to steer clear of because he'll tell your business in a heartbeat. As for A-Rod, I'm happy for the guy. You know, this is what, his third marriage?
I don't know. I'm running out of fingers for them
It'll
too.
be Jennifer's fourth.
But then at the same time, it's the second marriage.
second.
Let's say he was a cheater back in the day. That's because maybe he was with the wrong woman. Like, you see the images that he and J-Lo put out. They look so happy. I know it's social media, but they look so happy. I'm glad for the guy.
Yeah, you got to think as well that he was one of the biggest athletes in America, right? He's super famous, and she's one of the most famous women in the entire world. Anyone would be deluded if they didn't think that they're going to get tempted on a daily basis. They're going to get messages, they're going to get followed, they're having their picture taken. People throw themselves at them. But I think they've maybe made sure they're at a time in life where it's not so, all that stuff isn't prevalent anymore. They've moved on, they've grown up.
Is it bad that she said all that? And I'm thinking, like, I wonder what his DMs look like.
Dude,
I'm sure Jennifer's got access to them, and she'll be writing back. Let me tell you if anyone's
How's he supposed to cheat when he's in the background holding her purse in every picture?
Oh, he's whipped. I love it.
All right, make sure to stick around. We're playing a game called The X-Files. We have quotes from all of J-Lo and A-Rod's exes, and we're going to guess who said it. So that's coming up a little bit later, so you got to stick around for that. But right now, we're going to move on to R. Kelly because he's still making headlines right now. This comes after his interview with CBS. Clips and images from that interview have turned into memes and GIFs all over the internet, making fun of the R&B singer, and now SNL is getting in on the joke as well. Take a look at the cold open from this past weekend.
All you got to do is push a button on your phone and say, R. Kelly did this to me, and then attach a video of me doing that thing, and people will believe you. It's scary.
And this all comes amid allegations that the singer sexually abused underage girls. He is facing charges in connection to 3 girls and 1 woman, and now there are reports there could be another tape out there as well. This has us asking, is it too soon to joke about R. Kelly and this whole situation? Head over to dblvote.com and let us know what you guys think.
Absolutely not. I mean, it was so funny. Like, Kenan is so funny, and then Leslie Jones, she was playing Gayle King. You remember when he looked and he was like, "Is that my camera? Is that my camera?"
The plant.
But he turned around, he looked at the plant. R. Kelly set himself up with the whole King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Like, come on, you look like that's what he looked like.
If you're gonna get that ridiculous and that over the top, you better expect Saturday Night Live is gonna make fun of you. But I do want to say this: I think it's all in good fun, even though this is a very serious case. they're not mentioning the victims at all.
Yeah.
It's what happens in social life that is over the top that SNL takes and makes fun of in the next week because they're timely. They have to do it right then.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've not seen the sketch, but I was a bit worried when I first heard about it. I think in England, this would be kind of really outrageous. If someone made fun of this situation, I think it would not go down well.
Really?
But the sense of humor here is really different, so I guess it's just the American way. But I was really concerned when I heard about this until I heard it was only about R. Kelly and not the victims.
Right.
So once I had a clear distinction, then I could
They did the same thing with Brett Kavanaugh when he was over the top talking about beer, and I like beer, and then Matt Damon showed up and did his little sketch on Saturday Night Live. So I think if it's something that's that over the top, it's all right, at least in my eyes.
If they do it in England, they're like, off with your head. They don't do that?
Not anymore. We're not in the 18th century. But
it's all right. I'm waiting for Game of Thrones to come.
All right, let's see if with DBL, is it too soon? No, never too soon. 67%. All right, they kind of agree with us. I'll take it. All right, guys, over the weekend, Captain Marvel hit theaters and made, get this, $455 million worldwide. That's the 6th best start of all time, according to The Hollywood Reporter. And once again, proves that having a female lead in a superhero movie can make bank. And Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, surprised fans at a New Jersey movie theater. Let's check that out.
I just heard that I was on the Cups and Popcorn and I wanted to see for myself. So thank you so much for coming. You guys are so awesome to come like opening weekend.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, can you imagine being in the audience and seeing her walk in? You'd be like,
You're our fashionista. What do you think about her outfit?
I loved how casual she was.
Cashmere PJs?
No, but right, when J-Lo went to the opening of her movie, she turned up in that big, poofy, pink meringue, and she looked like a fluffy ball of candy floss. Look at her, she doesn't give a monkeys, does she?
Do you think
Rocking up with a soda, having a slurp in a trackies. She's ready to go home and have a nap.
Do you think people really knew who that was?
I think they would probably took a moment to realize it was Brie, and then when they did, they probably lost their minds. I'd have been like, ah!
You would have been like, what?
Ah!
What do you think about another woman starring in a blockbuster movie? This is the 6th of all time opening worldwide.
I mean,
we had Wonder Woman,
amazing.
we had Black Panther, Crazy Rich Asians. Seems like the tide is turning in a good way.
It has to. I mean, Hollywood has had to keep up, you know, in terms of the times that are changing, the progressiveness of life right now. Like, people, they're making money. Like, so if you're making money, then they need to keep pushing out these movies. I'm tired of the superhero movies, so let's have something else female lead that's a blockbuster movie. But other than that, I think it's great, it's progressive, and that's what we need to be. People want representation.
But also, it's important that, obviously, the production companies that are creating these pieces, like Warner Brothers, who made Crazy Rich Asians, and like Marvel, are pushing those stories and putting them to the forefront, because there's a million that they could choose from. So good for them.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? They're making money. All right, guys, we have some sad news to report right now. Soap opera star Jed Allen has passed away. Let's go over to Raquel Villanueva with news at the moment.
Well, Jeff, Jed Allen, known for his roles on Beverly Hills 90210 and Days of Our Lives, passed away on Saturday. His son, Rick Brown, shared the news on Facebook and says he was surrounded by family at the time. His on-screen son also posted a tribute to the soap opera legend. Ian Ziering says, "So sad to hear we've lost another 90210 castmate. Such a great guy to work with." Allen played his character Steve Sanders' father for 6 years on the show. Allen also played Dan Craig on Days of Our Lives and C.C. Capwell on Santa Barbara. He was 84.
Thank you, Raquel. Yeah, that's sad news. I knew him from 90210 because I was a huge fan, but I'm sure fans out there knew him from all the soap soap stuff he did over his career. So, you know, thoughts and prayers to his family. Yeah. All right, guys. DBL Nation, guess what? It's time for the Bieber Beat.
Baby, baby, baby. Oh.
I like it.
Background singers.
Justin is opening up about his struggles, and the singer posted about it on social media saying, quote, "Been struggling a lot lately. Just feeling super disconnected and weird. I always bounce back, so I'm not worried. Just want to reach out and ask for you guys to pray for me." And people reported earlier this year that the singer has been treated for depression, and a source says in his message about his struggles is, quote, "a big step for the star." So I'm proud of Biebs. I think the first step, especially in depression or whatever problem you have, is admitting that you have one or trying to open up about it a little bit. I'm just worried about people close to him, if he has anybody like a best friend to talk to, just about like everyday stuff. If I want to talk to you, Brett, hey man, why don't you come over? Let's have a couple beers. Let's talk about stuff. I don't know if he has that.
He has a wife.
That's
Isn't
what
the
I
wife
said.
supposed to be the best friend?
Sometimes what I'm talking about is my wife. No, I shouldn't bump knuckles for that. I'm going to get in trouble. Sometimes what I meant what she wants to talk about is me. How about that?
No, I know what you mean.
Justin has had problems for a lot longer than Hailey has been around, and I think she's been a really good source of support for him. She's introduced him more into Christianity. I think he turned a big page when he met Hailey and they started dating again for the second time. And I think he's cleaned up his act a lot since being with her. And this isn't the first time as well that he's spoken about these problems. So he spoke to NME back in 2015 and did a very open article. And then he posted in 2016 on social media as well, saying he was having a really hard time. So I think this is a reoccurring pattern for him. So if anything, he needs to look at kind of maybe what's triggering those things and then work on that. I think he has got a very good support system around him because this is something he's dealt with many times and overcome. This is why he stopped doing all his meet and greets, because he couldn't cope with all the people and all the attention and he pulled himself back. So maybe that's something that he'll do again to get better. Maybe he just needs to take a step out of the limelight a little bit.
You really went for that one.
Yes, you did.
I like it.
When you talk about what's...
I care about Biebs. Good for you.
When you talk about what's triggering him, he needs to find out what's triggering him. I think it's a little bit different for him because of the level of star power that he has. I think that depression comes from, 14, 15 years old, being on top of the world.
Yeah.
Everyone,
even younger than that. Yeah.
Even younger than that. Everyone throwing everything at you. I don't know. I don't think he has that frame where it's like, I can tell you this, and I know that you're not going to go to TMZ and report what I'm really feeling. So I feel like he probably may not have that friend or that support system around him where he feels as though he can open up and be as transparent as possible without that getting leaked.
All right.
And that's unfortunate.
It's an amazing thing that he has done this again because it raises so much awareness, and there are millions of people across the world that suffer from depression, anxiety every single day. So to know that they're not alone, and it doesn't matter how rich or how famous you are, it happens to anyone.
Well, Biebs, you always call me, buddy. You could always call me.
Jeff's got this.
It got really silent in here. All right. Before we go, we have to give a big DBL shout out to Lea Michele, the former Glee actress, got married over the weekend to Zandy Rich. People magazine got the photo of the newlywed couple, and we have to say that dress is stunning, right? Congrats to both of them.
I'm super happy for her.
Me too. DBL is live, and we'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, a guy literally blasts off out of his chair. That's right. We'll tell you why, and wait until you see what happens next. I think if you're watching, you know. Plus, what do Madonna, Kate Hudson, P. Diddy, and Ben Affleck all have in common? They all have dated J-Lo and A-Rod. Stay tuned to play our crazy new game, The X-Files, right after this. Remember. Talking about Brie Larson's outfit when she showed up in New Jersey. So we're guessing it's a Captain Marvel outfit. Kind of like what they wear when they're not being superheroes and they're just casual superheroes. That's what they wear.
They look like kind of like an army outfit and had like a little badge on it. A medal.
So they're like when they're in superhero training, that's what they wear.
Maybe it's like a captain outfit.
Or when they're going to superhero bed, that's where they wear because she had superhero PJs on.
When we've seen the movie.
Look, the Brie Larson thing is cool and all, but A-Rod, I want to congratulate you, brother, because you got J-Lo, bro. I don't think you know. This has been my crush since I was a kid, since she was a fly girl. She's been through a lot of marriages. I knew those weren't going to work out, but I think this one's going to work out. So I really have no chance anymore. So true to Rod, J-Lo. It was. I never met you or anything, but I just want you to know. All right.
How about Lea Michele?
Also, Lea Michele is really nice that she just got married. She's been dating Zandy for 2 years, And this is a really big deal because if you guys know her back from her Glee days, she was dating Corey, the other lead actor.
That's right, I forgot about that.
And he died of a heroin overdose. And they were very serious about one another. They were living together, and that was really difficult for her. And that was in 2013. And she went on a bit of a rebound spree for a little while. And she said, I wanted to make sure I was a whole person again before someone came back into her life because she didn't want to be put back together. She wanted to work on herself. So I think that's really, really good for her.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy that
Corey, what was
that's
his
a huge
last
thing.
name?
Corey Monteith.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
wow,
that was really sad. 2013.
I know, I remember that.
Yeah.
Game time. All right, it's time to play.
Welcome back to DBL. We can't stop talking about Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez's engagement. And this got us thinking about all of their famous exes. There's a lot of them, guys. So keep in mind who they are. And we're going to go over to Raquel Villanueva. She has all the details.
You said it, Jeff. This is J-Lo's 5th engagement, and it'll be her 4th marriage. And this will also be A-Rod's 2nd. Between the two, they have dated a lot of A-list celebrities. In case you haven't been keeping track, A-Rod has dated Bethany Frankel, Kate Hudson, Cameron Diaz, and even Madonna. As for J-Lo, she's dated P. Diddy, Ben Affleck, Drake, and was married to Chris Judd, Mark Anthony, and Ohani Noah. Are you still keeping up? Now, their romance and their famous past relationships got us wondering what J-Rod's exes have said about them. So we're playing The X-Files. It's all about that graphic. So here's how you play. I'll show you a quote from one of their many famous exes, and you have to guess who said it. Was it about J-Rod, or was it about J-Lo or A-Rod? And I will give you 1 extra point if you tell me who said it. So here we go.
All right.
First quote, what is used to date mean? We went on 2 dates.
This was about J-Lo.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You are wrong, Brandon. It is actually A-Rod's ex, Bethany Frankel. She talked about their very, very, very brief romance in 2009 on Watch What Happens Live.
I was going to say, that's something,
So I got it
that's
right,
something
though.
a woman would say. A man probably wouldn't say that about a woman. A woman would say that about a man.
about them. That's
Right.
the whole game.
2 days.
Well,
Yeah, I meant someone he dated. So a woman would say that, a man would not say that.
We're moving
Jeff,
on.
you get that point. That's all that matters. Second one, you're no longer a normal person. Said it.
Mark Anthony said it about J-Lo.
about J-Lo. Oh, you're going name? All right, I'm going to say Chris Judd said it.
I think Ben Affleck.
Jeff, you are fantastic at this. It's J-Lo's ex, Chris Judd. They met on the set of her Love Don't Cost a Thing music video, and he was actually talking about what it was like being married to her, and it lasted less than a year.
I'm pretty up to date on the A-Rod J-Lo's things.
You're doing very well.
You really are. Okay, this is the next one. We were just stepping up for our game as far as what we were wearing and how we were going to use fashion.
Okay, that's got to be J-Lo.
Oh, we made that too easy. Yeah. It is J-Lo's ex Diddy talking about J-Lo's famous Grammy dress from 2000. You got it, Steph. They started dating after her first album came out, right after her first divorce was finalized.
That was a good one. That
was a good one, Steph. Next, it was only a piece of popcorn that I even put near his or her face, and it happened to have a camera on it right when I did it.
I'm going to say
A-Rod and Cameron Diaz said it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Are you reading the prompter?
You're fantastic. No, he's
come
not. It's Cameron Diaz. It's the famous popcorn feeding incident she talked about with David Letterman, since people were going crazy after seeing her feeding him. Now let's get to number 4.
I don't know. This is a tight race.
I hope you all get this right. It's the last one. Okay. I know how disastrous it was.
Madonna said it about A-Rod.
I'm going Ben Affleck said it about J-Lo.
Yeah, I'm going with J-Lo.
Who is it about, Steph?
I would have said the same.
Okay, both
Ben
of you
Affleck.
are correct. Who could forget Bennifer?
Yeah,
They
that was
became a
sad.
thing in 2002 when she got engaged to Ben Affleck. The two broke things off in 2003, saying that the intense media scrutiny was too much.
Yeah, that's my heart when it was breaking when that happened.
That was good, though.
I know.
That was very good. Raquel, you did an excellent job with all the J. Rhodes and A-Lods, all those.
You're buttering me up because you know you won, Jeff. That's why.
Hey, this guy knows Bieber and J-Lo.
Even better. We'll be right back, guys.
Do you suffer from back pain?
Welcome back to Double Jump, where we talk the latest in gaming, tech, and pop culture news. Today we're here to review Captain Marvel, which stars Brie Larson in the titular character of Carol Danvers, and she becomes Captain Marvel to help defend the Earth from the oncoming space galactic war between two alien races, the Kree and the Skrull. Chris, I'm going to you first, man. Give me the good, the bad, the great, the ugly, and it doesn't sound that good so far.
No, this is a big old bag of so-so. Everything is just okay with this movie. There's so many missed opportunities. She was on a team of like super warriors that they could have had so many funny interactions with that, like Guardians of the Galaxy style. And you know, the only really good interaction that her character had was with Samuel L. Jackson. That was really good.
Yeah,
the back and forth was great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't appreciate how they treated the Skrulls in this one. They're pretty much just peasant refugees when they're supposed to be a giant galactic empire. So the movie was just so-so. She wasn't that great. I would say, well, now we'll do the final.
She was almost there, I think, and I want to go back to your energy with the team, because I feel like Samuel L. Jackson and her were the only two that worked really good together in this movie. Her and Jude Law didn't play off of each other as well as I really wanted them to. I mean, come on, you're like a mentor, mentee situation. Like, you guys need to have some good energy, and she was trying to crack jokes that just weren't timed well. They just weren't really that funny, and Jude Law's character wasn't even like a snicker. Like, come on, man, some kind of something to let us know that you're at least amused by this character, because they have a big past together, but it just doesn't show at all in this movie. So Chris, what are you recommending for this one? Wait for Redbox, go to the theater, or don't see it at all?
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Earlier today, I got Al Jackson's take on some of the funniest viral videos around. Here's Al Sounds Off. Our first video might be the greatest invention since sliced bread. It's a hoodie, Al, that keeps your pizza warm. Check it out.
I'm in. Is bringing your food with you on the go ruining your life? Introducing the Pizza Pocket. It's just like a regular hoodie, but now it has a pocket for your pizza, so you can keep your pizza warm wherever you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm just like, as if that hoodie you wear around the house doesn't stink bad enough, you know? This is cool because, Jeff, like, you're never gonna leave the house without a slice of pizza, and you're also gonna leave without your personal dignity. So I'm with that. You know, because I'm like, you wanna keep pizza close to your heart, but I'm saying do it the old school way. Eat it and go through your arteries.
There you go, buddy. There you go. Extra cheese.
Right.
All right, up next is a classic viral video. Check out this guy who combines the comfort of his recliner with the power of his airbag from his car. Check this out. Not gonna end.
3. This should be good.
2. Oh boy.
1. Yeah.
Slow-mo.
Jeff, I'm loving this, man. This is great. This is great when you combine science with a guy that can't spell it. But it reminds me of the old proverb: if an idiot self-neuters himself in the woods, does it make a sound? I don't know. That's one to grow on, Jeff.
I think so.
And, you know, we all need help getting off the couch. It's a little incentive. I call this a self-help explosion.
There we go. There we go. I like it, Al. If you're looking for a fun way to get fit, speaking of that, Al, you won't find it here, buddy. Check out this women's gym fail.
Look,
oh my God.
I like this because all women are tired of getting hit on at the gym. This will take care of that. And you know, Jeff, there's nothing harder than trying to get out of your gym contract. Do 3 sets of this, and you're good to go. Trust that.
I like it. All right, that's comedian Al Jackson right there, buddy.
Sir.
Welcome back. That's Al Sounds Off. I like it. Al's back.
I've never seen anyone do anything like that in the gym before.
I've seen some strange ones, and I wanted to record. I just don't want to make them feel bad.
Really?
Oh, man. People at the gym. I got a whole thing about it.
Terrible.
All right,
Jeff
guys.
Sounds Off next.
I wish. We'll be right back.
Joe Elliott. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan. Welcome to DBL, and congratulations on Def Leppard's upcoming induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I, in fact, woke up this morning, destroyed my entire bedroom looking for my Def Leppard t-shirt from like 1983, and I couldn't find it.
Wasn't on top of the pile? How disappointing.
Now, Joe, in 2015, during an interview, you said the band had decided that even if asked to join the Hall of Fame, you all would politely refuse. So what changed your mind to accept this honor?
Yeah, we always saw it as this kind of elitist club that, you know, somebody decides how cool or uncool we are, and thought that, you know, I didn't think it was right. What changed our minds basically was our own fans, their fanaticism and their enthusiasm towards us. We weren't going to kick them in the face with that, you know, by saying we're not going.
Exactly.
As soon as we realised it was the fans that put us in there, then we were ready to go.
Yeah, because as one of your fans, we want to see you in there, and I respect the fact that you see it as an elitist club, but your fans want to see you represented to that top degree. So let's talk about your Vegas residency. I've seen you in Vegas, very exciting. Now, a lot of your fans, too, are newer fans because of your collaboration with Taylor Swift. Are there going to be any outstanding surprise collaborations while you're in Vegas?
Well, that would be something that as a spur of the moment happens on the day thing. We're not planning any, you know, we're not going to be ringing Taylor up or Van Morrison.
Joe,
you know.
or Britney or
But,
Christina,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, well, we could. I mean, in fairness, a lot of the female pop stars over the last 10, 20 years are big fans of Def Leppard.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
Lady Gaga, Pink.
If you could pick anybody from Lady Gaga to Pink to Britney Spears to Christina Aguilera, who would you want to see in the audience and then jump up and do a surprise performance with you?
Gaga, just for the sheer nuttiness of the whole idea, you know.
Yes.
Fine, if she knows the words to pour some sugar on me, she can get up and do it, and I'll take a step aside.
Yeah!
Because I'd want to watch that. You know?
Yes. Thank you for sharing that with me, Joe, and thank you for sharing your time with us here at Daily Blast Live. I adore you. I can't wait to see you again in Vegas, and can't wait to see what you accomplish next.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, don't we, Steph?
Yes, I've got them at the ready,
You're
Jeff.
armed.
So, Meg on Facebook about Babes was saying anxiety and depression don't take any prisoners or days off. 0 holidays. They don't need to sleep. True story, Meg.
Yep.
Also, a few people mentioned Brie Larson. Christine on Facebook said she never liked her. And probably the most interesting comment we've had this evening is from Sarah on YouTube. Sarah, she wants to know, obviously we've been playing the X-Files game, who can name all of Brandon's exes?
Oh, wow! You're lucky you got Saved by the Bell, buddy. You're out of time. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. That was a good ending.
That's why they sent it to me.